Okay, next section, we're talking about key and push button exit switches. The first thing we're going to talk about is our 700 series key switches. Basically, we have single gang, narrow style, and double gang plate options. We can pretty much do any function switch. If you need a momentary and maintained, if you need two momentaries, we offer all the different, I think 12 or 13 different function switches to use with our key switches. So you can get them with timers built in. Yeah, there's 13 different switch functions we have available. They're heavy duty all steel assembly, and they come with tamper resistant spanner screws. Now the tailpiece, it comes with a straight tailpiece for dual switch assemblies, and cloverleaf tailpiece for all single and dual switch assemblies. SDC does not typically sell the key cylinder with our key switches. That typically is provided by the locksmith on the job. We do have the option of a key cylinder that we sell, a CYL KD, but like I said, typically the locksmith is going to provide the cylinder on the job because they want the keys to match up with all the other type of cylinders they have on the job. So if we do even provide it with a cylinder, a lot of time it's temporary until the locksmith can get out there. Some of the different options on the key switches, we have an anti-tamper switch, so if somebody tries to take the plate off to get to the wires, it'll send a signal to the alarm system. We offer different types of LED lights actually on the plate itself to tell you the status of the door or whatever you're using the key switch for. We also offer it with a buzzer. This is available on our double gang plate, and we offer it with a siren. So the siren, of course, is a little louder than the buzzer would be, and the different finishes are pretty much standard with everything else we sell. We also sell a mini timer, a 10TD, which is small enough to fit in the box, a single gang box or double gang, and it actually is a time delay relay. So let's say you're turning your key to unlock the door, you want to have time to be able to get to the door before it relocks. So you're going to set that timer at 10, 15, 20 seconds. Now our 800 series are pretty much similar switch functions and everything, but it comes with a 1/4-inch aluminum thick faceplate. So the faceplate is a lot thicker, comes with, again, security screws and anti-tamper plugs, so you cannot get to the screws. You got to take those plugs out. So high security vandal areas, you're going to use this 800. We also offer it in the narrow style. Push buttons, we're going to get into our exit push buttons now. 410 series narrow is basically our 1 3/4 by 1 inch exit switch. You can see we offer it with a green push to exit or a handicap signage on the button. I think we also offer it in a red push to exit. It's code compliant signage, so the actual letters of the push to exit are the right size to code, and you can get different functions: momentary, maintained, with a timer, without a timer, and single pull and double throw are all available. They're just different part numbers, but all those functions are available. The 420 series, similar to the 410, but these are single gang boxes. The switches are bigger. They're 2-inch square buttons now, and same size letters to meet code, and push to exit signs. You can see the red one is on here. Again, different functions: momentary, maintained, timers are available. On these, we offer the LED lights, so you can get different LED lights to show you what the status of the door is. Now, the code compliant egress system, this button actually, with use of our MD31D motion detector, meets all these building codes you see on this sheet here: the ICC code, IFC, NFPA, and the California Fire Code. So in their code, it says you have to use a motion detector with a button that has a retriggerable, and you'll see on this sheet here, it says retriggerable button. So if I come up, hit the button, go out the door, someone comes up behind me 10 seconds later, hits the button again, that 30 seconds starts all over again. It's not like the 10 seconds counts into what the time is. If people time it right, that door could be unlocked all day if people leave within 30 seconds of one another. I doubt that would ever happen, but yeah, that's what the retriggerable means, is the 30 seconds starts all over again when someone else hits that button. Fail safe mode, so the button actually loses power to the switch, either the switch in the motion detector or the switch in the button. the lock automatically releases. Again, these are codes that have to be met, and the button has to be illuminated, which most of the buttons we sell are on the 420. Actually, all of them are. The 430 series mushroom switches, again, these are a little heavier duty, can be used outside. They're not gonna, the other switches I showed you are plastic. People hit that kind of hard, they break. They're easy to break. These mushroom switches can take a lot more abuse, and it comes, the standard gauge faceplate, and same functions, momentary, maintained, and with or without a timer. This latching function button you see on here is for emergency use. In an emergency, someone can hit that button, sound an alarm. To get through a door, someone has to come and now reset that button before it can be used again. They want somebody to actually have to go to that door to see what happened. Again, the LED options are available on all of these buttons that we sell. The 440 series, I know there's a few states. I think Texas is one where this is required when using maglocks. Maglocks are frowned upon in that state a lot, especially in the big cities. So they require a 2-inch large mushroom button. Some of them require it in the 2-gang size that you see on the left. Others are okay with the single gang as long as it says exit on it. So basically their thinking is it's bigger, people will see it easier. That's why they want it like that. Vandal resistant, our 450 series, again, you can see by looking at it, you have an area where you got truck workers coming in that are abusive to things, kids and schools, you got high security areas. You can actually, like it says up top, take a hammer to this button and it will not break. Well, I'm sure if you hit it enough times, it will, but basically what they're saying is it is heavy duty. And this is one of our buttons that we offer with a pneumatic timer, so you can actually get with or without the timer built in. Some codes are requiring pneumatic timers. Some people are requiring it, some aren't, depending on your area. This is my favorite button to sell. This is our 463 vandal resistant, and you can see it's fully flush to the plate, so there really is nothing to break here. It has a light ring, a plastic light ring around it, so when you actually touch it, it changes state of the light to let you know whether the door is open or closed. It has a 1 to 30 second timer built in. It's not touch sense. You actually, when you touch it, it's piezoelectric is the type of switch we use. When you touch it, there's actually 2 little metal things inside that, because of the friction you're putting on the button, touch together. So even though you don't feel the button moving, there are 2 little tiny things in there that touch to release the switch. But the cost of these, believe it or not, is less than our 423 button, which is the button we sell, the plastic 2-inch button I showed you with the timer. So this is actually $5 less list price than that button is. So that's why I've been really pushing the use of this button. It's going to hold up a lot longer. There you see the backside picture of it. And this is another button I really like selling. It's becoming more prominent out there. It is our no touch exit button. So basically you wave your hand in front of it within 4 inches of the door and it'll release. Again, similar to the 463, it has a light ring around it that will change color when you unlock the door. Again, this is good for laboratory use, hospitals, clean rooms, food processing plants, really anywhere where germs are going to be a big problem. They don't want to spread things around. Basically, it's an IR sensor. You're breaking the beam when you wave your hand in front of it. It does one thing that's coming out within the next couple months. This will be available with up to 5-second timer built in. Right now, it does not have a timer built in, but it's within a few months we will have that out. Here it shows the backside, the terminal connections for this 474 has 2 relays, which is good.